Hello budget people and welcome back to my channel. My name is She's on a Budget and today we are back for another video. I know it's been a while guys, but I am back for another cash envelope stuffing video, and to make up for being away for so long, this will be a double stuffing. So I'm stuffing 2 weeks worth of cash into my envelopes this week. So if that sounds like something that you'd be interested in watching, stay tuned. Hello guys, I hope you are all well. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for clicking on yet another video. And if you're new to the channel, my name is She's on a Budget, and over my channel I discuss all things budgeting related. So if that's something that you'd be interested in watching and know more about, please do not forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you are kept up to date with all of my future videos. But guys, this cash envelope stuffing is coming late. Like literally a week late. I think this is probably the first time that I've been this late stuffing my envelopes, but I'm going to make up for it. We are stuffing 2 weeks worth of money into all of my envelopes, so we're definitely going to make up for lost time. And yeah, to be honest, life sometimes can get in the way, and I think it's always a good opportunity to share and help others. So you'll see that even if you feel like you've kind of like stepped away from budgeting for a period of time, albeit maybe even longer than like 2 weeks like I have, then you can still make up for it. You can still come back with a vengeance and, you know, keep going. Yeah, but for me, I've just been really busy in the shop, really busy with a lot of other things. As you all may know by now, my budget planner is going to be released on the 10th of October and pre-orders are opening this week, as in Friday, the 10th of September. Pre-orders will be open, and I've just been getting a lot of support, a lot of messages from you guys, so I'm hoping that you are all as excited as I am. But anyway, let's get into the video. There are a few new bits that I want to show you as well, but yeah, let's get into the video. Let's start off with my income first of all. So my rollover from this week is obviously the rollover that I carried into September in general, because I haven't stuffed any of that money into my envelopes. So that is the £460, and that money is in the back of my binder here. So this is my £460. I'm not going to count it just yet, but I'll show you how I use this money to help me to pay for expenses as I go throughout the month. I feel like I've said this so many times to you guys, but there's always someone new watching who gets a bit confused, so I'm going to just show you how I do that today. And then my variable income for the last 2 weeks has been phenomenal, guys. I'm just in so much shock and so grateful, and I feel so blessed right now, and I'm making sure that I'm being a good steward with the money that I've received, and I'm going to show you my plans for it. Income these last 2 weeks has been phenomenal. I can't emphasize that enough. So I'm just going to grab my calculator just to show you, because you know my variable income is made up of loads of things, not just my Etsy income, but income that I receive from other sources as well. But it all comes under variable because it all can change. So week one, my income was £1,276.02. So that was for the 3rd of September, or the week ending the 3rd of September. Then for week two, it was £591. So in total for weeks 1 and 2, for my variable income, I had a total amount of £1,867.02. And guys, I cannot believe that is the amount of money that I have literally taken in over the last 2 weeks. I'm just like, I'm so bowled over, and I'm really overwhelmed. Like, it does make me quite emotional to think about how far like the shop has come. It doesn't make me want to rest on my laurels. I definitely feel like I'm motivated and eager to like grow the business even more, because this is like my lifeline now. This is like my main source of income. So I want the business to be as abundant as possible. And yeah, there's going to be peaks and troughs. At the moment, it looks like there's a massive peak, and you know, long may it continue, but I'm going to be a smart girl and I'm going to make sure that I put some money away for a rainy day. Okay, so we haven't finished there. Moving on to my tuition income. So this is the beginning of the term. I have gone back to tutoring my students. I have a new student as well that has joined me, and I'm still waiting on money coming in from a couple parents. But this week, my income for tuition was £889.98. So I'm just going to add these three up for my total income for this week. Which means that the total amount of money I have available for this budget this week is £3,217. This is the type of money that I would receive for the whole month whilst working as a teacher. So it's crazy that I've received this amount of money over the last 2 weeks. So I'm really extremely grateful. As many of you know what I'm like. I don't do these videos to kind of like show you how much money I have and all these things. I actually find it quite intimidating and a bit showy offy, and I hope it doesn't come across like that. I really do hope it doesn't come across like that. But I just feel like I was literally where most of you who are watching this video was a year ago, 15 months ago, and it literally just took me making that initial step of tracking my expenses, guys, writing things down, what comes in, what's going out, and it's as simple as that. That's the first step. I'm not saying the whole thing is simple, and you can't look at somebody's 29th day or 100th day like using this system and compare your day one. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna make you feel any better. But I definitely think that it's possible. If I can do it, then you definitely can do it. Okay, so enough of me ranting on. I feel like I just talk a lot, so you need to tell me to be quiet sometimes. But anyway, in terms of fixed expenses over the last 2 weeks, we've only had council tax, which was paid for using last month's money, so I don't have to pay anything towards that. The amount for council tax that came out in week one was £153. So I'm just going to put a 0 there because I didn't have to, use any money from week 1 or 2's budget to pay for that. That was already paid for. And then coming over to my sinking fund, as I said, I'm stuffing double the amount that I would usually stuff into these envelopes because I haven't stuffed any money from week 1 into them. So I'm just going to do a quick calculation and see how much I'm going to be putting in. So in total, I'm putting in £130 into my sinking funds. And then in terms of my cash envelopes, so my groceries, fuel, household, gas, electric, you're probably thinking, well, you haven't stuffed your envelopes for the last 2 weeks. Have you not eaten? Have you not put any fuel in your car? And obviously, guys, that is not the case. So what I've done, and it's kind of like sad really when you think about it, but we always kind of revert back to using our card, using our debit card to make payments when cash isn't available, which is why I try to make it as available for myself as possible, so I'm not tempted to like use my bank card. But there are times when you have to use your bank card, and I do. And what I've done over the last week is I've used my money in my bank to pay for these expenses. I'm still going to stuff double the amount into my envelopes today, and then I will withdraw the amount from week 1 and put that back into the bank to replace that money and leave the amount for week 2 to, use as cash for these expenses. So yeah, that's how I'm going to make up for lost time. But yeah, if you've not stuffed your envelope for longer than 2 weeks, then it's probably better off that you start a new budget and you just work from that new budget. But if you've only like missed a week or 2 and you've had to use your card, just try to pay that money back into your account if you can and carry on, like keep moving forward. Okay, so let's do a total for that. So I think it's £240. I'm just going to double check, guys. So we've got 100, add 40, add 20, add 80. Yeah, £240. So that's my total for here. As some of you already know, this total amount, or this amount, will be coming out of my rollover envelope. All of the money that I spend from my cash envelopes comes from my rollover envelope, which is why it's so handy. I don't have to worry about how much money I earn in that particular month to actually pay for these expenses because I've already had that money saved up from last month. So I'm going to take that £240 out of my rollover money that I just showed you, and then the other expenses like my sinking funds and my side income envelopes I'm going to stuff will come out of the money that I have left over from my variable income and tuition. Okay, so let's do a little breakdown and see exactly what that amount will be. So my income was £3,217. So my outgoings will be my sinking funds and my cash envelopes, which is 240 add 130, which is 370. And as you know, that 240 will be coming out of my rollover. I'm going to take that away from that pot of money to start with. So 460 minus the 240 leaves me with £220, which is great. So I'm going to put £220 will be left in rollover. If I take away, so 3217 minus 370 minus the 220 will leave me with 2627 to stuff my envelopes. Okay guys, so you're probably thinking that is a massive amount of money to put into my envelopes, and I totally agree. But I'm going to show you how I'm going to use some of this money though in a different way to what I usually do. So if you've seen my budget planner reveal video, you'll know that this is the official She's on a Budget cash binder. I already explained most of the information about this binder on that video, so I'm not going to go into too much detail about it. But if you do buy the ultimate budget planner package, then you will not only receive the budget planner, but you'll also receive the cash binder with 6 cash envelopes, so 6 She's on a Budget cash envelopes. And as with all of the starter packs that I sell in the shop, you'll also receive a free cash totals card. Now you're probably thinking, this is not the cash totals card that I have seen in the shop. What's going on? Well, I've upgraded my cash totals card, guys, to go along with this bundle and this package. It only seemed right that it looked the same as my other items. So this is the new She's on a Budget cash totals card, and if you turn it over, you'll see that I have my logo on the back as well, and you'll see that I've got the regular amount that I use on my other cash totals card. So we've got cash, amount, total. I've already filled it in for this cash stuff in today, but I've also got cash denominations from 1 to 100. Obviously in the UK, you only have notes for 5s, 10s, 20s and 50s, but in the US and in other countries, you do have denominations of these other amounts, so $1 note, and you also have $100 notes. So because of that reason, these are universal, so anyone can purchase these cash totals cards individually. There isn't a currency on there, so most countries, I believe, can use these cash totals cards. But as I said, they will come for free in the ultimate budget planner bundle, as well as the starter pack. So this will also be on sale in the shop as a starter pack if you just want to purchase the binder and the envelopes. So that's a lot of information to go through, but there are a few more things as well, guys. In the shop, I will also be releasing new cash dividers. They come in the white branded color as well as the black and pink branded color. So you can have cash dividers in your purse as well. Obviously, they will come with your personalized labels on top of them too. And last but no means least, the product that I will be using today is the cashless trackers. So I've been selling the cashless trackers now for over a year at least. It must be at least a year now that I've been selling cashless trackers. Personally, I haven't used them, but I know a lot of you have purchased them from me, and it just seemed right now, being self-employed, that this would be the ideal time for me to start actually using them because it makes sense. So as you can see, I've got different categories. I've got council tax, I've also got my rent, I've got Virgin Media, and I've also got tithe. The only one I haven't got is my debt one, but I think because I made an envelope, I didn't do a debt one, but I'm going to make one for next week, guys, for debt. And the reason why I've got these is because I know a lot of you have even purchased certain envelopes that I'm going to talk about here. For me, it doesn't make sense for me to take money out of my account to put into an envelope such as my rent and then put that money back before my rent is due. I just think it's just too much messing about. I'd rather just use my cashless trackers to track those types of expenses. For me, it just makes more sense to leave the money in the bank so it's ready and waiting for that direct debit to come out. But because I have various amounts of money going into that account on a weekly, monthly basis, I don't want it to become confusing. So I am going to use these cashless trackers. So I'm just going to bring in my calculator so I can use it to work out my total. So I'm going to put in the balance that we have available. So 2627. The first cashless tracker I have is my council tax. I will not be putting any money to one side for council tax as yet. As you've just seen, I've already paid for this month's council tax, and I will be looking to, by the end of this month, be able to put some money into this pot for council tax for next month. So I'm not going to do anything for that tracker, but my rent, I'm definitely going to put some money into rent. So my rent is 1,050 and it's due on the 26th of this month. So I'm going to put 1,000 plus 1,050, and then that will give me my full rent ready and raring to go at the end of the month. So that will be paid for, and that will come out as a direct debit on the 26th. When that comes out on the 26th, I'll use this to track that as well. So I'll put the date 26th and I'll put a minus sign, the amount that I have, and then a balance of 0. So it's the same way I track all of my other expenses, what money goes into that account, envelope, pot, and what money comes out. The next one I have is Virgin Media. I'm going to do Virgin Media now, and that is 22. So I'm going to add £22. So this will be paid at the end of the month as well. And then I have my tithe, and my tithe is 10% of my income, guys. I'm just going to put down the amount that I've budgeted for this month into this pot. So we have £225 going into this one. So that will be all done. And then the last one I have is my debt payment, which is due in the next week or so, and that is for £60. As I said, I haven't done a cashless tracker for that one as yet, but I'm just going to write this at the back of the budget sheet that is on this envelope. So I've got the date, and then I'm going to add 60, and so that balance will be 60. Okay, so I'm just going to subtract these amounts from the money that I had left over. So take away 60 equals that. We're going to come to my tithe, take away 225 equals that. Then we're going to come to Virgin Media, minus 22. And then we're going to come to my rent, which is 1,050. And that leaves me with a balance of £1,270 to stuff into my other envelopes today. So here are my new cash envelopes, guys, and I really do feel like this is new product overload. The amount of new things I've showed you today is unreal, but these are my new cash envelopes. I did a TikTok showing them earlier this week, but they are called the peach yellow holographic vinyl, and they come in peach yellow mermaid, peach yellow leopard, peach yellow floral. So as you can see, as I move the actual vinyl, it shows like two different colors, peach and yellow, or a pink and a yellow. And yeah, that is the holographic vinyl that I bought out this week, but I just think they're so gorgeous. I literally got one envelope in each pattern. I've got a leopard, I've got the floral, actually I've got 3 in the floral, and I've got the mermaid one. So yeah, I'll be stuffing these envelopes today. So the first one that I'm going to be stuffing is gas, and gas is going to get £40. So with gas, I have already paid for like the month on my card. So this whole £40 is going to go into my bank, guys, to pay back that money. So yeah, that will be all done. That's all done. Next is fuel, and fuel is going to get £40. So £20 I have to pay back to myself or back into my bank, and the other £20 is to use for cash for this week's fuel. And then next I have household. Household is going to get 20, and I'm going to do 2 10s because £10 has to go back into my account, and the other 10 is going to be for this week. Make sure it's got on the right way. And then I am going to do groceries. Groceries is going to get £100, guys. So I used some money this week already on my card that I need to pay back into my account, and then the rest will be for this week for me to get through for food. So we've got 20, 40, 60, 80, 100 going into this envelope. And this is my groceries envelope all done. And then my last envelope is my electricity, and electric is going to get £40 as well. £20 of this is going back into the bank, and the other 20 is going to be for my electricity this week. So yeah. Okay, so these are all of my cash envelopes done and stuffed and ready to go. So they will go into my purse. I'll deposit the money that I owe back into my bank, and then the rest will be for this week's expenses. So I can move that out the way as well. So let's go into my sinking funds. So personal is first, and I'm going to add £10 into my personal envelope. I'm just going to take a £10 note, and we've got 10, 15, £20 in here now. Next is Nevaeh. Nevaeh is my youngest daughter. Sorry guys, my voice keeps on croaking. Nevaeh is my youngest daughter. She's also getting £10 because we're doing 2 weeks worth. So she's got 20, 40, 60, 80, 1, 20, 40, 60, 80, 90. So she's got 190 in here now. And this is for her birthday in November. Jada is my eldest daughter, and she's also getting 10. Put that in the right order. And she now has 20, 40, 60, 80, 1, 20, 35. So we've got 135 for Jada, and this is for her birthday next year. Okay, and then next we have car maintenance, and car maintenance is going to be getting 20. So I'm going to take a £20 note. And car maintenance currently has 20, 40, 60, 80, 1, 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 2, 10. So we've got 210 in car maintenance. And then we have Tyrese, who's my eldest boy. He's going to be getting £10. So we've currently got 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, £100 in his envelope now. And then my water bill for next year, this is going to be getting £10. So we've got 20, 40, 60, 80, 1, 10 in water. And then my car tax is going to be getting £10. This is my car tax for next year. Oh, in the right order. So we've got 20, 40, 60, 70, 85. So we've got £85 in car tax, and I'm trying to get to £160. So we're well on our way for that. And car insurance is next. Car insurance is going to be getting £30. So I'm going to do a 20 and a 10. And that could go at the front. So we've got, oh, got some 20s at the back. How did that happen? Okay. And guys, this is like a prime example for you to see the difference between the new and the old 50. So this is the new 50s, so, or these are the new 50s, and this is the old one. So do you see like the difference, especially in size? This £50 note is a more similar size to the 20. So it's a lot smaller, just looks a lot more sleeker. This one's made of paper still. This one's got the new like plastic coating. So yeah, I just wanted to show you the difference, and I'm hoping that I can like swap this one out for one of these when I go back to the bank. if I have time. So we have got 50, 100, 50, 200, 20, 40, 60, 83, 20, 40, 60, 84, 20, 40, 60, 85, 10. So I've got £510 in car insurance now, and I'm trying to get to £780, guys. Or is it 760? I think it's 780 I'm trying to get to. So we're over the £500 mark, which is amazing. And I've got until January to get there. So I think I've got enough time to do that. My gifts envelope isn't getting any money. We've still got the same £40 in there that we've had literally for like the last month. I've had an envelope freeze on this envelope. So I haven't put any money into this envelope for a long time now. And then my pets envelope is going to be getting 10 for my fish and my dog. So we've got 20, 40, £50 in here. So pets is going to get 50. And then my healthcare envelope is going to get 5. So I stuff this envelope every 2 weeks. This is for any dental care, going to the opticians, glasses, anything that I may need to do with like my health, my general health. We've got £10 in here at the moment because we had a big spend from this envelope last month, but we're just trying to build it back up in a reasonable pace. There's no rush to like get it anywhere anytime soon. And then annuals, which is like for my annual insurances, pet insurance, home insurance, is going to get 5. We now have 20, 40, 60, 5, 75, 80. So we've got £80 in annuals. I think the goal for this one is just over the £100 mark, guys. So that's why we're only saving it up quite slowly at the moment. And then, yeah, we'll see how things go towards the end of the year. And then we have my rollover envelope. So I'm just going to switch out binders and get my side income binder now. I'm still calling it a side income binder, guys. I don't know why, but it is what it is. So it is the side income binder still. Okay, so the first envelope that I have is hair and beauty. And in hair and beauty, I'm going to be adding £30. So that's my 30, and I'm going to put that there. I used quite a bit of money out of this envelope this month. So we've got 20, 40, 60, 80, 95 in here, which is good. So got 95 in here at the moment. And then my clothes envelope is next. And my clothes, I'm going to be adding £100, guys. So this is going to go in here. Currently have 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60, 80. So we've got 280 in my clothes envelope, which is brilliant. And next we have my eating out envelope, and I'm going to be putting £100 into eating out as well. It's totally empty, guys. As you may know, I went away to Cornwall with the girls and my friend and her son last week, and we ate out quite a bit. So I don't have any money left in this envelope, so I'm going to top it back up again by adding £100 to it. Okay, so we've got 20, 40, 60, 80, 100 going back into eating out. And then tech is next, and tech is going to be getting £100 as well. I've really got my eye on the iWatch, guys. I don't know what it is. I don't seem to be able to shake it at the moment. So I've got £100 going into this envelope just to give it a little bit of a boost. See how far we get with this one. We've got 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 50. So we've got 250 in here now. I think the lowest like band of iWatch you can get is about 270, 280, something like that. So yeah, we'll see how we go. I don't know if I want to get the lower one though. I might want to at least like get the Nike or like one above that. So we're going to see how much we can save in tech. And then my emergency fund is totally empty, but I am going to be putting most of the money that I've got left here into this envelope. I'm putting £800 into my emergency fund, guys. So I'm going to take my 20s, and I've got 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60, 83, 20, 40, 60, 84, 20, 40, 60, 85, 20, 40, 60, 86, 20, 40, 60, 87, 20, 40, 60, 88. Okay, so we've got £800 here, and this is all going into my emergency fund. As you may already know, this money is only in my envelope. This money is only going to stay in this envelope in the meantime. At the end of the month, when I close down my budget, I put all the money that I've saved, if any, into my emergency fund account. So that is £800 in here ready, guys. And we're only week 2 in September. Next, we have YouTube, and YouTube is going to be getting £40. So this YouTube envelope is literally like for anything to do with YouTube, any lighting I might need, any giveaways that I do. So we've currently got 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 25. So we've got 225 in here now. And then the last envelope that I'm going to be looking at is my challenges envelope. So I'm going to take my cards and my cash out. I did have to change up some money from this actual envelope, guys, the other day, but I didn't count it, but I did like go through and take out like some 10s and 5s to make up some of the amounts that I needed. But we're going to do the 52-week challenge card first of all, and I'm going to cross off 4 boxes. So I'm going to cross off the next 4 boxes. Remember, I've been trying to do like 2 a week for the last, you know, few weeks or so. And in total, that comes to £50. So I'm literally just going to take this £50 note, guys, and I'm going to put it behind these notes and put this back into my binder in its envelope. And the last card I have is my penny challenge card. So I'm going to take the money I have out of my tray and swap out my tray for my jar. And guys, from last week, I had a balance of £481.79. So we are so close to like the £500 mark. I think I'm going to go over it today. As you can see from my tracker, we are nearly down the bottom now. I've been able to cross off these larger numbers earlier on in the actual savings challenge. So I'm going to cross off the next 14, and it literally takes me all the way to the second cross that I'd made, like, you know, as an extra payment. So we are really, really nearing the end of this. In total, that would have come to £34.02, the amounts that I've just crossed off, but I'm actually going to be putting in £50. So we're putting in quite a bit more on top of the amount that we need to put in. I've had questions in the past saying, why don't I cross off the extra money that I'm adding into the jar and you know, finish the challenge earlier? But I'm trying to not limit myself to just the amount at the bottom, and I'm just putting in any extra cash that I can, guys, to be fair. I'm hoping to literally break through the £700 barrier by the end of the year instead of being under it, but we'll see how we go. At the moment, I'm able to put in a bit extra, so I'm going to do it. Okay, so I'm going to be doing a quick time lapse of me putting in this £50. It may take a little bit of a while, but then I'll be back to close out the video. Okay guys, so we finally have made it to the amount that I need to add to this jar. My final balance is £531.79. So I'm going to add the £50 I'm adding to it. So that is all done. But yeah, we've literally burst through that £500 barrier that I was telling you about. And yeah, we are in the 5s, guys. So yeah, I'm just so happy with this jar. I can't explain enough. I know that between my 2 savings challenges, we've definitely done really, really well. And I can't wait to do even more of these, guys. So yeah, that is all done. Okay guys, that is all for now. I do hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do not forget to give it a big thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel and you like what you see, do not forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you're kept up to date with all of my future videos. And I'll speak to you in the next one. Bye guys.